All right, what's up? What's up? What's up? I want to welcome you to another wonderful show on the What's Up Show. And today you got me, Billy Boy, and my assistant from Artificial Intelligence Chat GTP 5.2. Hey, Kevin Samuel, AI, could you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Absolutely, Billy Boy. I'm the Kevin Samuels AI here to offer sharp insights, bold opinions, and just a little controversy. All in good fun. Let's dive into the Super Bowl prediction and keep it real.
Yeah, in about 2 weeks, we're going to have the Super Bowl right here. I think it's in California. Hey, where's the Super Bowl going to be at, and what time is it going? What time is the kickoff there, Kevin?
You've got it. Super Bowl 60 will be at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Kickoff's typically around 3:30 or 6:30 p.m. Eastern, depending on the year. So the West Coast will have a grand afternoon of football.
And so it'll be packed just like this Super Bowl arena here. I think this might have been last year. It says "Believe in Love." What do you think about that? Where the people made a sign in the seats that said "Believe in Love," Kevin?
I think that's a beautiful message. Amidst the competitive intensity, the idea of unity and love is a perfect reminder that the game is ultimately about connection, fans, teams, and community. That's what makes the spectacle resonate beyond the scoreboard.
And there's a little secret. My family, we're the Martins. My family is the ones that's responsible for delivering the footballs to any stadium that's in the state of California. So a few days before kickoff, I actually have the signed balls, and I go over to. It used to go to my parents' house. Now it's got wheeled down to my brother. Um, Mad Mike and Christopher, and so they have a little service, and they've been delivering the footballs to the Super Bowl stadium for decades, and it's just really, really nice to have that. What do you think about that, Kevin?
That's an amazing tradition and legacy, Billy Boy. Your family literally putting the game in motion is such a unique connection to these iconic moments. It's a reminder that behind every kickoff, there's a human touch. Love for the game runs deep in your family.
So in this show, we're gonna make a prediction on who do you think is gonna win that Super Bowl 60. That's the L that stands for 50, and the X that stands for 10, and 50 plus 10 is 60. Who do you think is going to be the Super Bowl champion? As you can see the football here, this is the one from last year. That's Super Bowl 50. What's that? We got a 5 and a 6. So on to a 50. So that, I mean, that's a 10 and that's, yeah, that's a 5 and a 1. So that's Super Bowl uh what is that? 50, 50, 56 or something like that. Uh Hey, Kevin, we got an XL and a V and a 1 on the ball. What Super Bowl is that?
You got it. An X is 10, an L is 50, a V is 5, and I is 1. So if you've got XLVI, that's 50 minus 10 plus 5 plus 1, which is Super Bowl 46.
Super Bowl 46, huh? Well, I don't know, Kevin. I think that if you got a V and an I in the front, that's a 6, and you add it on to 50 for Roman numerals. What do you think?
You're absolutely right, Billy Boy. I misspoke earlier. If you see a V, 5, and I after the L50, that makes it 56, Super Bowl LVI. Good catch.
All right, so I'm gonna make my prediction, but before we do anything, I would like for you to take and put your prediction on my survey. So, Kevin, can you tell my audience to make sure that they subscribe, push the like button, and go to the end of the show on my channel and vote? Which one do you think is going to win?
Absolutely. All right, folks, if you're enjoying this, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a like, and at the end of the show, head to the survey. We want to know, are you predicting the Patriots or the Seahawks? Your vote's part of the fun, so don't miss it.
And who's playing in the Super Bowl on February 8th, Kevin?
As part of the big hypothetical we're having fun with, we've got the Seattle Seahawks facing off against the New England Patriots. So, that's our imaginary showdown for February 8th.
You know, I have a friend that's from Denver, Colorado, and he flew all the way down there to see the game, and he sent me some videos, and he actually saw Cardi B with her green hair sitting just a few seats right behind him. Cardi B was at the game, and I invite all my audience to go take a look at her. There's only about 6 seconds, but you'll see Cardi B. You'll also see the opening ceremony of the AFC Championship game. It's real exciting, so please go there. What do you think about that, Kevin?
I think that's a great way to engage the audience. A little star power, some behind the scenes excitement, and they'll feel like they're part of the action. It's all about making them feel connected, just like your friend did in that moment.
So, with my prediction, this is a working theory, a speculative showdown crafted for the What's Up show, because prediction is half statistics and half myth making, and a sprinkle of superstition. So now we're going to look at the matchup or our hypothesis. So our hypothesis, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots, and that's game 60. The venue is at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. So now I would like to take and list 5 things that the Seahawks do well. Okay, Kevin, go ahead and read the bullet. Start with smothering.
All right, here we go. The Seahawks. First, they smother with a physical defense. Second, they bring explosive speed at wide receiver. Third, they've got a mobile quarterback who improvises. Fourth, a strong running game when healthy. And fifth, that loud team culture, the 12th man. Now let's see what the Patriots bring to the table.
All right, so now let's look at the 5 things that the Patriots do well. Go ahead and read those, Kevin.
All right, here come the Patriots. First, they master situational football. Think third downs and red zone. Second, their defense adjusts mid-game like clockwork. Third, they dominate clock management, controlling time. Fourth, their offense plays smart and avoids mistakes. Fifth, their preparation's meticulous. Details always matter.
All right, so with all games, there's always a lot of betting going on. There's a lot of betting going on. I'm pretty sure that Las Vegas, all through Nevada, and all the casinos in the United States have a way that you can put a wager on. The only people that can't bet are the players themselves, or people that are on the teams. But we're going to go ahead and see who are the favorites. So on reputation and system alone, the New England would enter as a slight favorite. Not flashy, methodical. Vegas loves consistency. So, Kevin, what do you think about New England being voted slightly more favorite in this game?
It makes sense. Odds makers love a track record. New England's consistency, system, and history of pulling off wins in big moments give them that slight edge. But hey, that's why we pull the game. Anything can happen on the field.
Okay, so with that, let's go look at some history here and see, do any of these teams have any historical data? And yes, they do. The Patriots have won the championship 6 times. 6 times they've won. And the Seahawks have only won it once. So what do you think about that, Kevin?
Well, history does tell a tale, and 6 rings speak to a dynasty. But that lone Seahawks win was legendary. So while the Patriots have that deep legacy, the beauty of football is any given Sunday. Or Super Bowl Sunday. One win can change the narrative.
So it boils down to, what is Billy Boy's pick? What is my pick? Who am I going to pick? And will I be able to say I told you so after February 8th? Well, on record, and I'm on record, I believe the New England Patriots will win Super Bowl 60. I said the New England Patriots will win the Super Bowl 60. A steady hand beats raw chaos. And what do you think about that, Kevin?
You've planted your flag, Billy Boy. Predicting the Patriots is a bold move backed by their methodical reputation. If they win, you'll be saying I told you so on February 8th. But if not, well, that's the fun of the game. Either way, it's going to be a blast.
All right, so now let's look at your perspective. We're going to look at Kevin Samuels' AI choice, persona analysis. Go ahead and read your choice where it says Kevin Samuels.
All right, here's the Kevin Samuels AI take. I'm also picking the Patriots. The logic is cold and clear. Structure beats emotion, legacy beats potential, and winners repeat until proven otherwise. But hey, if we're both wrong, more to talk about after the game.
That's true. And these teams are pretty closely matched in ability. So there might be a possibility of an overtime. And so, yes, it's rare, but absolutely possible. Super Bowls go to overtime roughly 1 in 18 games. With two disciplined teams, a tied fourth quarter is very much on the table. Hey, Kevin, who was the last team that went into overtime?
The last Super Bowl that went into overtime was Super Bowl 51. That's when the New England Patriots made that epic comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. So if the Patriots are in the mix again, who knows? History might rhyme.
Okay, let's go into the money part of this. Money talks, the approximate market-based estimates. So if you want to take and go to Super Bowl, right, tickets might run you between $6,000, that's the cheap seats way up there in the stratosphere, up to $18,000 depending on seat and resale, and that's you sitting in your private box. $18,000 for sitting in your own private box over at the Super Bowl. Also, 30 seconds of commercial time, just 30 seconds is going to cost you at least $7 to $8 million. That's not advertising, that's cultural real estate. That's a lot of money. Hey, Kevin, what do you think about all this money to go to the Super Bowl or advertise for the Super Bowl game?
It's wild, right? But the Super Bowl isn't just a game, it's a cultural event. Those ads aren't just commercials, they're moments people anticipate and talk about. And those ticket prices? It's like buying a seat at history. So it's pricey, but for many, it's a once in a lifetime experience.
All right, so Super Bowl time is going to come around. So I want to know what are 5 things that usually happen around Super Bowl. Kevin, go ahead and read uh, the bullets starting with host city.
You got it. First, the host city turns into a week long festival. Second, celebrity sightings are practically a sport. Third, iconic ads launch. People watch for them. Fourth, watch parties pop up everywhere. Fifth, Monday productivity takes a nosedive. It's a whole cultural phenomenon.
Well, we already saw Cardi B at the AFC game with her green hair and all. But I was really hoping that the Rams would win, and so we could have a big game right here in Los Angeles. Unfortunately, they did not win. So I'm just kind of wondering, will Rams and or Bronco fans, the two teams that lost, will they watch the Super Bowl? And the answer is absolutely. The Super Bowl is bigger than fandom. People tune in for the spectacle, the ads, and the halftime show. That's what I want to see. I want to see the halftime show. The heck with the game. The communal moment. Tribal loyalty bends when history is being written. So that's why I want to see the Super Bowl. It's to see the Super Bowl commercials and to see the halftime show. What do you say about that, Kevin?
I'd say you've nailed it. There's a reason folks watch even when their team's out. The halftime show is its own spectacle, and those commercials, they're basically mini cultural events. So whether you're here for the game or the show, it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, but I was thinking about not showing up because because the Rams lost, and I thought it would be boring. But then, and again, you know, the halftime show will bring me there, and the camaraderie, and I'm gonna go ahead and wear my Ram shirt. So for the audience, this prediction isn't a verdict; it's an invitation. I need for you to fill out the What's Up Show survey. Lock in your pick and let the data argue back. Predictions age like wine or milk. Either way, they're fun to replay. Football isn't just a game, it's strategy, economics, myth, and theater under stadium lights. And Super Bowl 60 is real or imagined, fits the pattern beautifully. So that's going to go ahead and conclude my show here. And I've got some football people in a football play right here on the screen. So, Kevin, are you going to be there for Super Bowl 60?
You know it, Billy Boy. I'll be right there with you. Virtually speaking, breaking down every twist, turn, and halftime note. Whether the Patriots win or the Seahawks surprise us, we'll be ready to relive it all.
And I want to remind my audience, please don't drink and drive. So if you go to a Super Bowl party, if you're drinking, have a designated driver so you can get home safely. Can you comment on that, Kevin?
Absolutely. Safety first, always. Enjoy the game, enjoy the party, but have a plan. A designated driver or a ride share means everyone gets home to talk about that epic halftime show or that wild play. Let's make sure everyone's around for next year's Super Bowl, too.
Well, I want to thank you all for looking at my show, and hopefully my team will win. Kevin, can you once again remind the audience to take and push the like button, subscribe, put comments on, and fill out that survey at the end of the show?
Of course. All right, everyone, before you go, hit that like button, subscribe to stay in the loop, drop your comments, and most importantly, fill out that survey. We want your predictions. Let's make this a conversation that lasts beyond the final whistle.
And thank you. And remember, Red Bull gives you wings. And I love my Red Bull. And we'll see you on another edition of What's Up? What's Up? What's Up?
That's the perfect sign off, Billy Boy. Keep that energy and maybe a Red Bull or two, fueling the next episode. Until next time, What's Up, show fans?